Hey guys, it's Mr. Horror here, and just before the video starts I want to say a few things. I wanted to let everyone know that I redid my Patreon with the tiers of $2, $5, and $10, so everyone can do that. It's just cheaper. Everyone who donates will see my content a day or two before it actually goes up, and all my tiers get the same treatment. It's all just based on how much you want to give, and I really appreciate that. Also, big news, I'm getting a night vision camera in a few days, and I plan on doing some more ghost hunting and not just at work. But I have a video of me ghost hunting at work and getting some haunted objects and sending them to my friend Becky. Along with me doing some more urban exploration, because people seem to really like those videos, and I want to be doing those too because I like exploring and just like not knowing if a crackhead's in the same building as me is pretty cool. Anyways, sorry for the late video and no updates. Just been dealing with life. If you're not already, go follow me on Instagram at MrHorror_030. It's where I post daily spooky content and talk to all my followers, as long as you don't spam chat, be a troll, or just try to be a dick in the DMs. Also, make sure you guys are clicking the notification bell so you guys know when I'm posting new content, because YouTube's algorithm likes to put other people's content towards the back if they haven't been posting weekly. So, thank you guys. Let's get right into the video. The story of the Hell's Gate Bridge began way back in the 50s. One night, a couple were driving over this bridge and accidentally drove off the side of it. Both drowned to death. There are two legends associated with the Hell's Gate Bridge. The first one is that if you drive your vehicle into the middle of the bridge and turn your lights off, the couple who died will be in your car, and you could see them in the rearview mirror, and they will leave a wet spot in the back seat where they were sitting. The second legend is, if you're driving halfway through the bridge and you look over your shoulder, you'll see a portal to hell with massive flames everywhere. To stop ghost hunters and teenagers from falling off and potentially dying, the bridge now has signs everywhere, and they strongly discourage walking or even going to the bridge, and vehicles no longer have access to the bridge. Tons of people are familiar with the Bermuda Triangle, but not everyone knows about the Alaskan Triangle. 5 out of 1,000 people go missing in Alaska according to the LA Times. It could be paranormal, or it could just be people getting lost in the Alaskan wilderness. There's a tribe called the Tlingit that live in the Geneu, and they believe the explanation for these missing people is with evil spirits called the Kushtaka. They believe the Kushtaka are the ones who are stealing or possibly killing people. The Kushtaka are said to be shapeshifters, half man, half otter. They lure women and children with fake cries to steal their souls and drown them. So around the time of the gold rush during the 1800s, a family lived in the canyon. They were poor and the father would trek out for food so his family could survive. One day the father didn't come back home, and the mother got so irritated by her children crying, she put on her wedding dress and got a knife and killed her children and tossed them into a nearby river. The next day, she died of starvation. The legend says if you go to Slaughterhouse Canyon when it's dark, you can still hear the cries of the mother who went insane. The Boggy Creek monster of Fuke, or Folk, I'm sorry I can't pronounce that, is Arkansas's version of Bigfoot. They say he's around 7 to 8 feet tall and covered in long matted hair. Legends say that he roams the creeks of rural Arkansas. The first ever report of the Boggy Creek monster was way back in 1834, but people reported seeing a wild man, as they called it back then. People still make reports and claims saying that they saw the Boggy Creek monster to this day. There have been several movies based on this monster. One of the most famous ones was 1972's The Legend of Boggy Creek. So, I'm going to be trying to post at least short videos like the Creeper Urban Legend one. I have a lot of parts to do for this one, so that's going to be at least a once a week thing, and that's a for sure thing because I want to get back on the grind. But I got the idea from a fellow YouTuber, Shrouded Hand. I've been talking to him for a bit, and he posts videos that are like 5 to 10 minutes long, like once a week, and I wanted to start doing that just so YouTube doesn't, destroy me, and you guys get to see my content. And I don't think you guys should be sending money to my Patreon if I'm not being consistent. So only give what you want with Patreon if I'm being consistent. And I appreciate the donations and everything. But I'm going to be trying to stay more and more consistent, and that's my goal for 2020. And I hope it stays that way. And I don't get into a little art funk like I did last time. And I want to be posting at least every week. Maybe 1 to 2 videos a week. Just so you guys get enough content. Thank you. One night a couple were drowning. One night a couple were drowning.